Ooh. Wow. Yeah.
Get her. Get her.
Dude, this brings back memories of the 8th grade waiting on a boob shot to load.
Kids today will never understand what it's like waiting for boobs on a 56K modem.
Oh God!
My mind is permanently scarred. What up, YouTube? Oh, sorry, guys. Not this week.
Wrong video.
What up, YouTube? Welcome in between two beards. I'm Justin, aka Dubb.
And I'm Ryan.
And today we are doing the Recurve Rda, the full review. Not the other thing you saw. That's later.
Yeah, that's... Forget you saw that. Anyway, yeah.
Move along, people. Yeah. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Yeah, this is the Recurve Rda from Mike Vapes and WoToFo.
Yep.
And it is...
Mike, we recently switched up his people that he deals with.
Yeah, he did the Icon and the Iconic with Vandy Vape, and now he is with WoToFo.
According to him, it was just that he, you know, like many of us men, we want to taste a different flavor and wanted. He wanted some strange.
Yeah,
I get it.
To dip it into the strange pool, I guess. Yeah, but anyway, we're not going to waste the time. We're going to go ahead and dive down close, take a look at this thing up close really quick, and then we'll be right back.
Let's get inside of it, man.
All right, guys, here's going to be a real quick up close with the Recurve Rda by Mike Vapes and WoToFo. Here is this new packaging WoToFo is doing, apparently, with a little see-through window there. But anyway, it's still just a box. Inside the box, you're going to get a 510 drip tip adapter. You are going to get a second 810 drip tip with this curvy kind of shape to it. Now, the rainbow came with this kind of clear frosted. My black one came with a more smoked one, so it just depends on what color you get, which spare drip tip you're going to get. You're going to get your black screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver. You're going to get your Recurve instruction manual. Not in this box is the t-shirt giveaway card, which I don't know if they just forgot to put it in there or if that t-shirt giveaway is finally ended. I don't know. You're going to get your 3 comp wire bags as always, one with cotton, one with coils, and one with all your spares. Now I opened the spares specifically to show you these 2 coiling rods right here. It comes with a standard 510 pin right here, all your extra O-rings and extra post screws. Those post screws are all Phillips head screws. So yeah, but anyway, it comes with these 2 coiling rods. One's 2.5 millimeter, one's 3 millimeter. And the nice thing about this is because this is a postless deck, you put your coil on here and then you cut your leg flush with that little nub right there, and that is the perfect length for the legs on your coil. So I did want to show you that this is in the box. So that's pretty helpful on a postless deck. And then obviously you have the Recurve itself. Now in the box they have the deck sitting in one little pouch, and then they have the top cap sitting in the other. And when you pull the deck out, you want to kind of twist it as you pull it out because that foam is so tight that it absolutely will rip your O-rings off. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, we have a 24 millimeter around the base there. Obviously it kind of curves in here and then flares back out at the top. The black one is going to come with this red acrylic drip tip, and then again the different colors come with their own respective drip tips. Case in point, the rainbow one they sent us came with this really nice blue and green drip tip that looks pretty nice. But then obviously again the rainbow came with that clear frosted one, and mine came with a more of a smoky one. So moving on. Along the side here you're going to have the Recurve logo engraved right there, and it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but that looks pretty nice. I like the way they engraved that in there. And then moving around, you're going to have your airflow. There's airflow on either side. This is obviously a single coil RDA, so there's no airflow option for single coil. It just always it's single coil. But you have your 3 rows of 2 airflow holes on either side. And then moving along to the bottom, you have the Mike Vapes logo there. And then you have the Recurve logo there, and then WoToFo at the bottom there. This does come out of the box pre-installed with the squonking pin. The normal 510 is in that spare bag. But you can see on the bottom here how thick the outer walls of this RDA are. That is kind of one of the things that goes into the design of this that I really like. The outer diameter is 24 millimeters, but the deck space is only 20 millimeters, which really, really crazy helps the flavor on this thing, and the flavor is phenomenal. Let me go ahead and throw this on a mod and pull the top cap off. And there is that deck. Again, we're seeing this kind of half pipe design kind of thing going on with the airflow kind of surrounding it, and the way they did this airflow, in my opinion, is absolutely brilliant. Just the way it comes in, you can very literally squonk this thing all the way to the top of the deck with the top cap on, and it doesn't come out of the airflow. It's insane. But you're not going to be able to see it, but there are notches on the inside of the top cap that line up with these little grooves right here on the deck. And what you want to do is when you put your top cap on, face your airflow towards the center of the coil, push down, and then when you turn it, you'll feel it snap into place. And now your airflow control has hard stops on either end, which makes it great for tightening your RDA onto your mod and obviously, you know, pulling it off. So yeah. But yeah, one thing that they did on this that they've done on a lot of their single coil things is they give you post holes on all four corners. That way, no matter how you wrap your coils, you can drop them right in, and no big deal. And again, like I said, you do have to pre-cut your leads, but if you use that coiling rod and cut it flush with the little L part there, it gives you the perfect height because you want it sitting flush with the top of the little ramps here. And that is where Mike recommended it, and it just works beautifully right there. So as you can see, you've got two little juice wells on either side here. In my personal opinion, this thing is just much more geared towards squonking than it is for dripping, because again, you really don't have any juice well. You just have your little pockets there. You're going to set your coil, or I'm sorry, your cotton, and then there's a channel that runs all the way through there. And as you squonk, the juice comes up, and I can show you here really quick. As you squonk, you're going to see the juice come right up out of the middle and then just flood to either side of that channel. And it squonks beautifully. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and grab some cotton and wick this thing up really quick. Now I have a 3mm Alien sitting in here right now with plenty of room to spare. I'm going to go ahead and say you could probably get a 3.5, maybe even 4mm coil in this guy and have no trouble whatsoever. Now, as far as wicking it goes, what I like to do is once I get my cotton in there where I want it, I like to pull the cotton down. I like to pull the cotton down and line it up with that first O-ring right there on the outside of the deck, and that is where I'm going to cut my cotton. And that just seems to be working out perfectly for how much cotton you want on here. And then all we're going to do is we're going to grab the ends here and tuck them up into those little pockets for where your juice goes there. And she is wicked and ready to go. Now, one thing I like to do when I wick this is kind of use the wick to wall off the space right here as much as possible. That helps really smooth out that airflow as it hits it on the sides there. But yeah, now we've got this thing wicked up. You can really see as we squonk here, that juice just floods that deck and gets everywhere it needs to go. And when you've got the top cap on, you can very literally squonk that all the way up to the basically the drip tip. And just the way he's got this airflow designed, it doesn't allow the juice to come back out. It's great. Your airflow is obviously fully adjustable. You're not going to be able to see, but you can shut off one row at a time. But yeah, that's about it, guys. We're going to go ahead and jump back out and talk about this guy. We'll be right back.
Alright guys, that was the up close of the WoToFo Recurve Rda by, obviously, WoToFo and Mike Vapes.
Mike Vapes.
So let's see what him dipping his wick in the strange pulled out, you know?
I gotta say, guys, I'm having just a delightful time with the Recurve. I've got it sitting on top of the Rage Squonker from Homeboy OC. We did that review last week, and I haven't taken it off the Rage since I got it out of the box. Like,
I haven't, because I love the Rage, but also because I'm just a little bit too lazy to put the actual 510 pin in.
Right. I'll be first one to be honest. I haven't even tried this in with the normal 510 pin just because it squonks so well. I kind of feel like with the way the airflow is designed, if you drip through the top, that you might have some issues, but
I don't think you're going to have any issues, but I think he made it implicitly clear that he wanted to design this
for squonking.
For squonking.
I mean, it comes out of the box with the squonk pin in it, so...
Right.
I mean,
he obviously was going for the single coil thing, which is fine, because I'm not going to lie, been really digging single coil stuff lately. It's a nice little way to get a baller vape, but at the same time, not decimate your battery life, because
or your lungs.
Or your lungs.
Yeah.
You know, you can vape it at a lower wattage,
right,
but still get that great drip taste flavor.
Right, right. Obviously, WoToFo sent us these for the purpose of the review. Get that out of the way. They sent us the rainbow and the black. I will flash the rest of the colors up on the screen right now. They all look great.
I like them.
Yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and jump right into pros and cons. My only real con with this is I'm not in love with the aesthetic of the top cap. I don't hate it. I don't even really not like it. I'm just not in love with the whole curvy thing. I don't know.
I understand that. I like the way it looks. I love the little Recurve logo they did. The fact that it's engraved on the side there. You know, I'm rocking this lumberjack of a color rainbow here. So
just man's man over here.
Exactly, man. You know, I fucking I shit on you know, Chuck Norris with this thing. You know? Just saying. But I will say this though: of all the colors I've seen, this one to me has just the sweetest looking drip tip.
Yeah, I mean, mine came with, they obviously come with the acrylic drip tip. I think each color RDA is going to have its own color. It's not going to be a super random thing, you know. The black one's going to come with red, the rainbow is going to come with that, and so on and so forth.
I really like the gunmetal. It's got that grayish, blackish drip tip. That looks really cool. It also comes with a second drip tip inside the box.
I switched off camera because this looks so good on my Rage, but the rainbow one came with this kind of frosted, clear, Ultima thing. The black one came with a dark smoked second drip tip, also the red one. So
I don't know what the other colors, if they whatever, but that's just really looking baller.
I mean, yeah, just look at that. I mean, come on, guys.
Pretty fucking awesome.
But I love the drip tip. It's got that curve to it. It matches the top cap nice, but the drip tip is very, very comfortable in the mouth.
I like the drip tip. I don't love the drip tip. I think it's just a hair too thin. I've been having a little bit of an issue every once in a while. It's not because of the RDA.
Yeah, because mine doesn't do it at all. So
it's not because of the RDA, but for some reason, the coil that I put in here, it's not getting hot spots, but it starts warming up a lot quicker.
Like his top cap is getting really hot around the mouth hole. Mine's not doing that. Now, I don't know. His is obviously more of a raw stainless steel that's been heat treated. Mine is like a Cera-coated or powder-coated black. I don't know if that has something to do with it.
It could be. I mean, it's not an issue. After you vape on it for a few minutes, it goes away. But for some reason, it likes to get really hot right out the gate there.
Right.
One thing I'm not crazy about, I kind of like the old packaging better. This thing, you got to be careful when you pull this thing out, because it'll actually pull your
the O-rings off the deck. Yeah, the
if
way
you're not careful. So
yeah, not a huge fan of the way they did this. I mean, it looks nice as a display case, but it is what it is. I mean, that's a super nitpicky.
I'm just saying, be careful that you don't pull your O-rings
off. Yeah, when you pull the deck out, Mike even said this, and I found it to be true. Kind of twist it a little bit to pull it out of there, to pull it out of the box, because the top cap comes in one section, the deck's in another. If you pull it straight out, it can rip your O-ring off and tear it. So
one thing I think is really unique on this is actually a truly adjustable RDA for airflow, which is kind of
the airflow is phenomenal. It's a very restricted long hit. Fully open is like, I don't know,
it's a little tighter. It's a tight airflow, guys.
Think of like the Goon closed down 3/4 of the way.
Maybe
fully open. That's what this feels like. I actually like this with one row of the 6. There's 6 holes. You know, 3 vertical rows of 2. I actually like one of those cut off. It helps the flavor. It tightens the draw a little bit, but it boosts that flavor, and the flavor is already phenomenal. But
I could almost make the argument the airflow is almost a little too restricted, but not. I mean, if you like an airy this is not going to work for you.
This isn't a cloud monster.
No.
It's not a super wide open, airy cloud monster, but I guess that kind of shows the different, you know, I like a more restricted airflow. He likes a little bit more of an airflow, so it just depends on what you're into.
Right.
I love this airflow. The airflow is super smooth. The way he designed the deck with that half pipe kind of Kylan Mini kind of S thing, when you squonk, you can flood the entire deck. I mean, all the way up to the drip tip, and the juice doesn't come out of the air holes.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did that.
It's pretty impressive.
But it's amazing.
It's pretty impressive. I don't really get any leaking out of this, and you guys know me. I'm an over dripper. When it comes to squonking, I press that bottle down for about 5 seconds, and guess what? You hear the nice little.
Yep.
You know.
And it just the way the airflow is designed, the juice doesn't back out of the airflow, so that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I already said it. Flavor is fantastic on this little thing. We both have my aliens in here. Mine's coming out to a 0.22 at 60 watts. Is just a wonderful vape. It's not crazy hot. It's not too cool. It's kind of right in that sweet spot for me. I like the way the deck is made though, because the coil sits right in between. Then you have the two big airflow things, and then you've got the crazy thick top cap,
right,
which kind of helps dissipate the heat before it gets out to you. Now his is getting hotter than mine, but I don't know. The way they did that is great. It kind of helps soak in some of the heat. This is
a thicker top cap than I've ever seen before.
It's a 24 millimeter outer diameter at the base. The deck is only 20 millimeters.
Right.
So I mean, this top cap is massive, and it just feels nice.
Yeah. No, it's very nice.
I love that they made the notches on the deck and the top cap to where you have a full stop on either end of your airflow. It just really helps, you know, take your RDA off your mod.
But when you put it on there, you got to set it right, and you'll notice it too, because
you'll
when you
feel
start,
it click into place.
Yeah, it'll like cap itself into place.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I'm down with this. I think this is going to be a very, very good squonking RDA.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell that this was designed from the ground up with squonking in mind. There's not a crazy deep juice well. You've got two little wicking pockets on either side of the deck, and then it's got a channel where when the juice comes out, it kind of just floods that whole thing.
Like my ex.
That's weird, but yeah.
She has a channel that floods with other dudes' cocks. I'm a little bitter. Keep going.
Okay, but anyway, I love what WoToFo is doing on their single coil devices, where they give you holes on all four corners of the deck to where it doesn't matter how you wrap your coils. Either way, it'll fit right in the slots.
Really like the screws, the fact that you can use a flathead or a Phillips.
Yeah, and Mike did something with this design that, like the Kylan Mini and several other decks that are coming out with that half pipe thing aren't doing. And the screws come in on the flat part of the coil and not on the edge to where it twists and bends your coil. So that's fantastic. The thing is super, super easy to build on. It came with the little coiling rods I showed you up close. And if you put your coil right up to the edge of the L, right at the bottom of that L is where you want to clip them, and it just gives you the perfect place to clip your leads, and it takes all the guesswork out of pre-clipping your leads.
You want the height of the coil to be right
level,
at the level with those two banks.
Yep.
And that seems to be where the sweet spot is.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, overall, I really, really dig this thing.
I really like this a lot. I'm really digging it on the Rage. I'm really anxious to get it on the Pulse 80.
Super anxious to get the Pulse 80 in and put this on. I have a feeling this is going to live on my Pulse 80 once I get it, if those things ever come out.
You're going to lumberjack it up some more with this rainbow and throw it on some seaweed color resin there. Anyway, guys, but overall, beard approved? Definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
They're not expensive. You can pick these up for 30, 35 bucks all over the internet. We'll leave a couple links in the description where you can get them. But yeah, if I were to lose this, or if I hadn't been sent this from WoToFo, absolutely would buy one.
Yep, I definitely think if the FDA busts down the door and starts stealing all my shit, am I going to search for one of these? Yes.
Yeah, I would spend the 35 bucks and have another one of these. I really, really like the way this thing vapes.
I mean, if you're into single coil,
yeah.
If you're into squonking, I mean, you could use this as a regular RDA. I'm just saying, I think it really shines.
It shines as a squonker. You can definitely tell that he went to WoToFo and said, hey, I want to design a squonking RDA. You know, it can do the regular dripping thing, but I want it primarily, its focus and main purpose is going to be as a squonker, and it works incredibly well as that. So,
like I said, guys, it's incredibly simplistic. It's not really a whole lot to it. It's well designed. WoToFo obviously Does really
Their quality seems to get better with each product they put out.
they really do have an eye for quality. But yeah, I would recommend this to anybody that's looking for a single coil that wants as long as you're okay with the tight draw.
Yeah, if you're not looking for massive wide open airflow, we're not talking.
Again, if you're looking for massive clouds, you're probably not squonking. You're probably like comp building.
Or using a single coil of any kind.
That too.
But yeah, if you don't mind a little bit tighter draw, because that's where I live. I like any device I have with wide open airflow. I choke it off as much as I can and keep it vaping. And it's kind of nice. I don't even. Here we go with the X again. But yeah. Pass all day long. I would absolutely buy another one. I dig the Recurve. Good job, Mike.
Yeah.
I never got to try the Icon or the Iconic. All the reviews I've seen of this thus far say that this is the best one that he has personally put out. So I can't attest to that, but this is a great one.
I played with the Iconic a little bit, and the airflow was a little weird on that.
Yeah.
But that's a different review for a different day. But for this right here, guys, I think he set out to do something, and he did it. Nailed it.
Yep, nailed it.
Like my ex nailed all those other guys.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm not bitter. I'm just saying, fuck her. Anyway, but yeah, he set out for a mission. He succeeded. It works great. Like I said, that little heating up of the drip tip thing, that's my own personal battle that I'll have to figure out what's going on.
We got to figure out what's going on.
It's not the RDA. But other than that, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this.
That's it.
For the Recurve.
Beard approved all day long. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it a lot.
Social media, guys, we're on all of it. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's all at inbetween2beards, all one word with the number 2. And of course, if you want to drop us a line to say what up, beards, or just want to contact us professionally, the email is inbetween2beards@gmail.com. And I think until next video, guys, that's going to do it for us.
Vape on.
Vape on.